Hello. I know I haven't been making any videos in like past month or so. That's because you guys have been keeping me busy. I mean, for the last month we've had over 3 dozen people do their whole setup here in Davao City. Anyways, so just to make sure that we, give you more videos about living and thriving here in Davao, I would like to introduce you to the newest member of our team, Gracie Plata. She is with the city tourism's office, and she's also in charge of, formulating new tours for the city, having, basically just information about Davao City. So, without further ado, I'm just going to be turning over my mic to her. Gracie?
My name is Grace Plata, born and raised right here in beautiful Davao City, one of the largest cities in the Philippines and located in the southeasternmost part of the country. For the next 10 episodes, we'll be talking about living and thriving here in Davao City. So if you're planning to visit, retire, or invest here in Davao, stick with me.
So I mentioned earlier that you were from the city tourism office. So
Yes.
let me know, let them know that what it is exactly you do.
I work with the City Tourism Office. I'm with the Planning and Product Development Unit. So we create reasons for people to visit Davao. So we create tours, itineraries, check the areas, if it is ideal for a community-based tourism enterprises. So that's basically what I do.
Oh,
With
cool.
city tourism.
So basically, we deal with the boring stuff, taxes and everything, and you guys deal with the fun stuff, like
Yes, we deal with the
tourism.
fun stuff. But of course, because it's a process before one site can be determined as ready to be offered to tourists. So there's a really long process going to that. You have to check if it is safe, accessibility going there, are the roads good, its proximity to the nearest hospital or medical services. Because let's say, for example, the site is in the countryside area, like farms. So we really have to make sure that in case something happens, the emergency response is really very quick. So that's why we have the Central 911 in Davao City. So we are the only city in the Philippines that has a emergency response system that has been awarded more than 3 times as the best in the country.
Yeah, so like you mentioned something about, these tourism things being
Yes.
planned properly. So I guess it's not like other places where, you have tourist spots where they just go there, spend their money, have fun. Here in Davao, our tourism it's planned
Yes.
from safety,
Yes.
feasibility, everything.
Yes.
So, it's not like you're just going to go into the woods with a random stranger.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really
Yeah,
big.
so there are really, if it's your choice and you go to the woods and the countryside area, and you take the risk. You take the risk. The risk is yours. But for our official tourism enterprises or sites, we really check that so that you have the best experience. The tourist has the best experience.
Yeah, I think we've made the right choice in letting you handle our videos so that I don't have to think one less
so.
thing on my plate. All I want on my plate is like food. So
Yes.
let's eat.
Hi, we're along CM Recto Avenue, more commonly known among locals as Claveria Street. So Claveria Street is named after Don Narciso Claveria, who during the Spanish colonization was the Governor General of the Philippines. Claveria Street is one of the pilot grantees of the underground cabling project of Davao City. So as you can see, there are no lampposts and the cables are now underground. So it's very clean along these areas, and there is two streets here in Davao who is also the pilot for the underground cleaning project, which is Magallanes and San Pedro streets. You've probably heard about our city's tagline, "Life is here." I love that tagline because it's not just about beautiful places or exciting attractions. It's more about everyday life. It's knowing you can walk the city streets safe at night. It's about clean streets and green spaces that families can enjoy. It's about neighborhoods that help each other. It's about a community that values respect, discipline, and shared responsibility. Throughout this series, we will explore how Davao lives up to that promise. You'll learn why life is here in Davao, not just because of the places you'll visit, but through its food, its people, its culture, and yes, even the local laws that shape everyday life here. Because if you're going to live in Davao, it's not enough to learn where the best restaurants are. It's also a place to learn how the city works. Davao is largely agricultural. Due to favorable climate and typhoon-free status, farms thrive and harvest is abundant. We're known to be the chocolate capital and durian capital of the Philippines. But we also grow tropical fruits that are found nowhere else in the Philippines. And because we're tropical, fresh coconut juice is found everywhere.
Ayun guys, sa kantin. Ayaw sa ninyo sa kantin, kundi kung saan mataw dan trapan.
Fishing, buko juice. Juice, Four Seasons, only 60 pesos. Dragon fruit, very Davao. And of course, our ice cream, the charcoal ice cream, can only be found in Davao.
May lechon belly kami dito, ma'am. May sabaw din po. Pwede isigang, pwede rin pwede.
Tatay mga sabaw tinola sinigang, ma'am.
Uy, may lechon. Tagpila. 99 pesos. Fried rice.
Ay, kung taon mo, natay ka rin ang tinola.
Waffle.
So, pwede sigas.
Fruit shake. Seafood. Ano? Fresh seafood.
Talaba po. Scallop.
Yes,
Pwede yan
scallop.
fresh, pwede rin po yan free.
They also have pancakes. There's also balut. Fruits and balut.
Ano sa'yo, ma'am?
Fishball. Piso isa. So, 20 ka buok.
20?
Ay, pwede na po.
Mo, nice. Mo.
Ay, ito lang. Ay, bakit?
Hello, amigos!
Alright. Alright. Fishball, 20 pesos. Yummy.
Hello, amigos!
It's hot. Tago?
Vlogger? Sure ha? 250. Confident.
Kanina, ma'am, no?
Okay, thank you. Gusto mo tikman natin? Yes? Oo, kani. Murag nice ni no.
Alam na ba?
Baki.
Oh, legal.
Good. Hi! So this is the Rojas Night Market where people go from all over, mga offices from around the area to eat. So this is lechon or roast pig. I bought at 250 pesos, so that's just about $5. And this one is pastil. It's rice actually because Filipinos cannot survive without rice. It's just about $2. I often get asked, Gracie, is it really strict in Davao? Truthfully, I have to say yes. Our lifestyle of peace, security, and safety depend on us following our rules. You've seen earlier that Davao has a rich culture and abundance, and it can be considered a paradise, but only if you know how to follow the rules. One of which is our anti-smoking ordinance. Behind me is a designated smoking area in an establishment, and it is where our smokers are allowed to do their thing. Anywhere else, you are not allowed to smoke, especially in public places. The second rule that you need to remember is that nightlife in Davao starts really early and ends early too. By 12 o'clock, you are no longer allowed to order drinks, and by 1 o'clock until 8 o'clock in the morning, you are not allowed to buy drinks at any store anywhere. So there are 3 numbers that you have to remember. It's 11, 12, 1 to 8. There are 2 more rules that you need to remember. Number 1, you cannot spit just anywhere. And of course, cross the street using the pedestrian lanes. We are not very forgiving of jaywalking. Of course, there are those who ignore these ordinances or these laws. But that means fines. And for businesses, there are problems in renewing the business permits. You don't want that, do you? So what do I recommend as someone who's lived here all her life? Of course, if you're going to have a night out, start early. That's actually what many Davaoenos do. You still have plenty of time to enjoy yourself without worrying about the clock. Second, if you smoke or vape, do not take it for granted that it's outdoors that you're allowed to do it. It's not. Check designated smoking areas. And if you're not sure about what to do, ask a local. They're all friendly around here. Before we end today's episode, let me leave you with something very easy to remember. SSJD. So S with smoking, S spitting, J, no jaywalking, and D, do not drink after hours. If you remember that, we are well on your way in enjoying Davao as a city. Before we wrap up today, just a quick reminder. The laws we talked about can change from time to time. It's not the final word. So if you're planning to stay in Davao long term, invest, retire, and make it your home, of course it's a good idea to check the latest guidelines in the Facebook page of the Davao City government, or you can contact us to seek professional legal or tax advice that's appropriate for your situation. Also, we have a seminar on living and immigrating to Davao from September 7 until 11 right here in the beautiful Davao City. Thank you for spending some time with me today, and I hope this episode gave you a better appreciation of the little things that make Davao unique. This has been Grace, Madayaw, and see you on the next episode.
Bist du Unternehmer, Freiberufler oder Investor? Zieht es dich schon lange ins Ausland? Mach heute den ersten konkreten Schritt in eine Zukunft mit mehr Geld und mehr Freiheit. Buche ein Beratungsgespräch mit Sebastian und seinen Kollegen. Unsere Kanzlei unterstützt Mandanten wie dich dabei, deine Steuerlast legal zu reduzieren, Vermögen aufzubauen und zu schützen und deine persönliche Freiheit zu maximieren. Profitiere jetzt von unserem Fachwissen und unserem Netzwerk. Gehe zu mandatierung.com und werde Mandant unserer Kanzlei.